Okay, so I think that the easiest way to solve problems like this, where they tell you some information about sine, they ask about some information about cosine, is to link sine and cosine. And what we know about sine and cosine is that when you square them and add them, you always get 1. So if sine is 0.96, then sine squared is really 0.96 squared. And cosine squared a, add that to cosine squared a, you still get 1. So if I solve for cosine squared, it's 1 minus 0.96 squared. And then I take the square root, I get plus or minus the square root of 1.96 squared. That ends up being plus or minus 0.28. So I know cosine A has to be plus or minus 0.28. The other thing that we can figure out is, now it says, what if it's also known that A is an obtuse angle? So if A is obtuse, well, we knew that sine A had to be 0.96. And since sine is positive, it's got to fall in the first quadrant or the second quadrant. So it's either here or it's here. But if sine's this angle is acute, this one's obtuse. So if it's obtuse, then it's got to be the second quadrant version, right? So here's my angle, theta. And if it's in the second quadrant, then I know cosine, the x value of this point, has to be negative, if this is the unit circle anyway. So if A is obtuse, cosine A must be negative. So cosine A must be negative 0.28. Okay, hope that helps.